All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's going to be Antiga and Cloud against our good old friend EG Huck. These two players facing off on our first map, Antiga Shipyard. And of course, I'm joined alongside with my good old friend, the Gun Run.
Hey Grito, how's it going, man? And yes, I am so excited for this right now. ATN Cloud, the Italian, and Huck, the North American, the Canada-American combo guy. So, yeah, we're heading right into Antigua Shipyard on our first map here. And yeah, this is going to be really nice. Can't wait for this to load up.
I'm going to take credit for Huck being American.
Really?
I refuse.
Well, I kind of as a dual citizen more than anything else.
Okay.
He's Canadian, yes, but he also has that American flag there too. I like in tournaments how he like splits it up in half. Oh.
TTO. Looks like Huck needs to set up some hotkeys, but still, you know, for those of the people at home that don't understand, what it is, you know, we give all of our players accounts, secret accounts, so they can't be spammed or anything. And that way, you know, spoilers don't go out, and on top of that, you know, people don't message them during game. There isn't some problem. But what it also does is messes up their hotkeys. Some people have custom hotkeys, and what it basically is, you know, for instance, I have a hotkey, instead of having backspace, I map that to spacebar.
Oh.
And what it does is it allows me to just press spacebar, and it goes through all my commands, so all my nexuses. It makes it really easy to like chrono boost, put down mules, whatever I want to do. You know, so a lot of players are going to redo their hotkeys. Huck is a player that apparently redoes his hotkeys and gets them all straightened out.
Yeah, with hotkeys and the BattleNet system, they are all dependent to your account too. So if you are using an account you're not used to, it will tend to, you know, mess you up a bit if you're not used to it.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, it looks like everything's all settled down. Let's get back right into this game. So let's see what's up. Spawning here at the 9 o'clock position, we have our red Protoss. It is EG's Huck.
And in the 3 o'clock position, as the blue Terran, we have alternate attacks Cloud. This is going to be cross position on Antiga Shipyards, so it kind of creates, just off of luck itself, it creates more of that narrative, the macro game, you know? It's like saying, hey, I'm going to put you in cross positions, let's play this out, let's see what's going on, you know? And you know what, I think on a map like Antiga Shipyards, we're almost definitely going to be seeing something like that.
Yep, Antigua Shipyard is one of those newer maps added to the ladder. These players have been probably playing the ladder plenty, so they should really know this map quite well. Good luck and have fun, man. There from Huck. Some nice smiley face carrots. Oh, I love that about Huck.
That's my favorite. Smiley.
Your favorite smiley face? I like putting the underscore there sometimes too. Gives it more of an anime vibe.
I put the dot.
Oh, the dot.
To put the nose, you know. It's like
okay.
Carrot dot carrot. the
single dot in the middle. Ah, gotcha.
Now, on this map in particular, I know being both Terran and Protoss, I can say that, it's so cool. But I know being both of them, Protoss is most likely looking to fast expand, Terran is most likely looking to fast expand, and it's because this very narrow choke up here. Terran can normally just bunker off, and it's not so much that Protoss has the initiative to go ahead and expand. Oh, I see it.
Oh yeah, I want you to look at this for a second. Yeah, this is EG Huck, and he likes making hearts out of his waypoints. Yep.
But as I was saying, it's not so much that Protoss has the initiative to go ahead and do that, but it's more so that it's a nice, really nice map for Terran to take a really quick expansion. And we can see the probe is going to get in here and see that there's no gases on either of these, or no refineries on either of these gases. So obviously it's going to be an expansion. Most likely it's going to be an expansion. But you can go ahead, put down a bunker, and you're absolutely safe. So normally, because Protoss know that, they're going to say, okay, I'm going to take a very, very quick nexus of my own. And we do see Huck. We can already see only 2 on the gas. He's gearing up for some sort of very, very early expansion.
Yep, Cybernetic score about to complete too. And yeah, Huck returning with his probe right now. And just I'm hanging around by the Zelnaga watchtower, just keeping that guy there, making sure he knows exactly how his opponent's moving towards his base, if he is at all. There we go. Cloud's first scouting SCV now making it into Huck's base. Able to see what's going on. Does notice that there's only 2 in the assimilator.
Yeah, on top of that, he should be able to click on that assimilator and see, oh, you only mined a little bit of gas, so I know you're definitely going some sort of expansion. Now, what I like about this, Huck saves up his chrono boost, and why he does that, a lot of people will be like, oh, Huck, you're playing so bad. Why are you saving up your chrono boost to 100? It's actually to defend against any early pushes. He can use that chrono boost and really save it up. He can use it to maximum efficiency, just keeping that bank up in case there is something like, a 4 or 5 barracks all in. He can go ahead, spend all that chrono boost on gateways, and he's absolutely safe against any early game. It just keeps him robust in this early game stage. Really, really great play coming out from him.
Yep, looks like Cloud has a bunker placed down, as I also put Garrison 3 Marines inside of it as well. So a bit of a defensive posture at the moment, just anticipating just a bit of something out of Huck. But yeah, we'll see how that works out for him. Just still hanging out right now, more of a safeguard than anything at this moment, making sure no other pro can get in there.
Yeah, and I do want to mention ever so quickly that we do have a double gas being followed up by this. Now, he's got a very quick factory. A lot of times we don't see this. The normal is to have 3 barracks you put down, and that keeps you safe to any all-ins. But I think Cloud is just playing his opponent a little bit, saying, okay, I know my Huck isn't really an all-in player. He likes to go to that macro zone, so I'm going to actually go up to my tech. What he does with this, I'm not sure completely. He could go to Siege Tank, he could go to Thor, but he could just stay on that Bile for now. He could even go to Banshee, excuse me. That's another really, really firm option for him. I'm interested to see what Cloud has in store for us.
Yep, looks like the robotics facility is up and creating an observer right now. It looks like it's been waypointed down to the second part of his base. Back in the base of Terran, though, looks like another supply depot coming up right there. Not going to be seeing a wall up right here. Rather on the top, though, we have a reactor coming down the racks. We'll be able to spit out 2 Marines at a time there. As well as a tech lab on this factory. And yeah, there's a starport coming up too, so it can only just switch it up, as you were saying earlier. And yeah, go right into Banshee. We'll see, though. Does have plenty of gas, and we're mining out of 3 refineries at this moment.
Yeah, but we do see actually siege mode and siege tank coming out of these factories. It's not going to be the Banshee, in fact. It might even be a Raven coming out of the starport. I wouldn't think it's going to be some sort of medevac or Banshee. Banshee just because it's really, really awkward timing. We're already 7 minutes in. It's delayed like crazy. And, of course, Huck has the capabilities of defending it. Not that I'm going to count it out completely, but I feel like just going straight up Raven, getting that energy out would be the best possible solution in terms of his ordering of the build order.
Yep, so back at the mouth of Cloud's base, looks like Huck has dropped down a proxy pylon there on the higher ground, out of vision of ATN Cloud. Also, a really interesting wall up there, plenty of supply depots.
Yeah, now, one thing that was good about Huck is he was able to get this observer very, very fast, and it's because he did do a little bit of risk. He said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make my robo before I make any gateways. He's basically saying, I know my opponent is expanding. He has his observer in here. He knows exactly what his opponent is doing. However, of course, we know Cloud has no indication of what Huck is doing. That's a big problem because right now, Huck can be very, very efficient going forward. He can say, okay, I can expand precisely at this time, or I can't expand at all. I can get a lot of units at this time. Whereas I guess, Cloud is in a position where it's like, oh, I have to defend against everything. It just kind of stinks a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And like right now, this game is one of those interesting ones where there hasn't been a single unit killed at all. Quite the passive one. We're 9 minutes into the game right now, and no one has died yet. We saw that bit of probe harass early on. Didn't really amount to anything other than a couple of just painful SCVs. But right now, everyone's just hanging around.
And look at this. Just this one Raven is going to be going around here checking for that observer. He's like, I know you probably have an eye in here. Where the heck is it? And he just doesn't know that it's over all his army over here on the top. So, of course, it's going to be spotted right now. And that Raven's going to get...
Oh, it just poisoned early.
He didn't realize. Unfortunate for Cloud.
Oh, man, yeah, he just didn't spot it at all. Yeah, but a bit of an attack there, and yeah, Huck will just remove his observer from the location. Everything has been seen by Huck, though, so everything Cloud has created, yeah, is just completely in, yeah, Huck knows what's going on.
I like what Huck's doing right now. He's just saying, okay, I'm playing very, very defensive. I'm hard countering your army composition. You can see already Mortals to deal with those siege tanks. He's now getting the Colossus because as the game goes forward, he needs to be able to kill those Marines in a better way. Marines, if you don't have any AoE, it's the biggest disaster for you in the world. You just die so quickly because that DPS is so strong. Now that he has the good composition, though, and he has just about the bare minimum, he has the gateways to warp in enough, he can go ahead, take this expansion. I think this is the perfect time to be doing that.
Yep, Huck right now at his third, deploying lots of pylons right now. Also getting +1 upgrades for his ground weapons. Also Colossus coming out too with extended thermal lance coming up too. It looks like Huck's actually starting to move out right now. Nice composition here. Got about 4 immortals in this mix. And yeah, 3 sentries at full energy. Now just moving right on up. We'll see how this works for him. Huck does have that observer there at that ramp. We'll see how that. Yeah, no blink in sight, but yeah, we'll be able to shoot onto the high ground and just kill out one SCV there.
Yeah, and you know what? One thing I really like about Huck's composition is going to be negating that Raven, and you can see all of his entire army is geared to just sidestep that point defense drone. And even when the Colossus comes out, it's going to sidestep it. And of course, we know that Cloud has no way to actually deal with to deal with that, just the Colossus Immortal combination. He doesn't have like that hard counter, which would be something like Banshees. And he's obviously very far away.
Yeah, we're seeing Cloud right now move with his extreme army, just heading straight down south. He does have +1 upgrades to his infantry weapons. Also, yeah, siege tanks in that mix as well, with a ton of medevacs too. So we'll be able to stim freely. Here we go. Now beginning to engage. A free force field thrown down by Huck here.
And it looks like the PDD was dropped, but actually extremely useless. And he's just going to back up for now. He actually lost, I think, a good amount. Look at that, 6 units, 600 minerals. So not too big of a deal, but it can be. All Huck is doing is trying to buy a little bit of time because he wants these Colossus out. The more Colossus he can get out, the faster those Marines and those Marauders die. And, you know, the better DPS he can do against his opponent. So, I don't know. Cloud is bearing down on his opponent right now, and this is a very tense moment.
Yep, trying to continue to push down here. Looks like now just falling back a bit. The Colossi are out in the field right now. Extended Thermal Lance has completed and waiting for +2 ground weapons to complete here. There we go. We're seeing the force fields, yeah, kind of starting to come up here. Yep.
The big engagement is starting right now. Some of the Immortals are just trying to get into the fray, but they cannot at all. The one Viking is going to shell out damage, killing one of the Colossus. And it looks like all of Huck's units are just spreading thin right now. Everything going down, and Cloud is going to take this very decisively. What does he have? He doesn't have anything. The bottom right-hand base isn't being mined at all. One probe, a single probe. He has no units out on the field, and this army is just looking way too powerful. I don't know how Huck is going to deal with this.
Yeah, such a major victory there by Cloud. The food count differential 144 to 75 in favor of our Terran player Cloud here. And now deploying siege tanks right there in the second base. We'll be able to rain down all kinds of hell here.
Yeah, and it just looks terrible. Probes are being pulled right now. The Zealots trying to get into range, but, you know, they just get obliterated before even taking a single shot. You can see these siege tanks are just too plentiful. GG comes out from Huck.
There you go.
Take game 1.